Southern Woods and Waters TV. That's where you want to be. Foggy mornings in the field, from the creek with rod and reel, doing what we love in Tennessee. Patriot Demolition presents Southern Woods and Waters with Hugh McNaughton and Brandon Dowdy. Also being brought to you by Sniper Hunting Products, Deer 30 Minerals, Candy Fork Outdoors, Weststone Cry-Like Realtors, TWRA, Capital Sportsman, Nashville Marine, Davidson Farmers Co-op, Courtney's Restaurant and Catering, Mowing and More, CVA, Wilson Bank and Trust, Flowers Processing and Garden Center, X Outdoor Products, and Hunter Up.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Hugh McNaughton.
And I'm Brandon Dowdy.
We are
Southern Woods and Waters.
Again, I tell you what, we love it. What about this? I got web feet now.
I'm going to have him get home tonight, I believe. I don't know if I'm going to end up sleeping in the car or if I'm going to make it home
I know
tonight.
how Aquaman feels now.
I already had a close encounter last night. I like to not got to the house. It's been a mess.
Where's everything going? I mean,
to the high ground.
Plenty of places to fish.
Saw quite a few turkeys out today. They was all in the high ground. They really were. But I saw quite a few out.
They probably extended their legs about that much more.
They look like flamingos out there.
Great blue herrings.
They did. It's sure been wet enough. And then now we get winter again starting tomorrow. I believe it is.
I believe it's coming back.
We'll be here for a couple of days.
For a couple of days. We got a great show lined up for you tonight. Really nice young man, and I can say that as being as old as I am. And he's come on here, got a wonderful voice. I think you're going to really enjoy listening to him. He's got a few songs coming out, and next Friday he is debuting an album, and we look forward to seeing that. We got a little taste of, and we got a little taste for you tonight, a little prelim to what's coming down the road. And he's also an avid fisherman, which is a big, gets him a big plus, yeah. Check mark, A plus, whatever, you know, in our books. That's awesome for us. And but we got Addison Johnson on here tonight, and we're going to greet him here in just a minute. But we got to. If she does this recipe in Austrian,
yeah, we have an Austrian cook.
We have a world traveler with us tonight.
We do. We do. We're happy to have her back here tonight with us, aren't we? You
know, we missed her during Christmas, and she wasn't even here. She was thinking more along the lines of somewhere else, and so now that she's back, we got to glue her feet down a little bit because she still thinks she's in Austria, I think.
She does. She's brought us a good recipe back tonight.
Where else did she say she went to? Austria, and then what?
She can tell us about it later. She said too many names I couldn't pronounce. I don't know.
But Miss Shannon Brown is in the house. She's got a great recipe that she's willing to share with us again tonight. So we look forward to having her. And she just got back from Austria, did a lot of cooking out there. She said she went on a ministry. I didn't see anything ministry coordinated. I saw
it was a cooking ministry, I believe.
It was a cooking ministry. Yeah. That's it.
It was.
But that's all I saw was desserts.
It looked good.
It did.
It did.
But Brandon and I are trying to get you geared up. We've got the shows are over. Now there is one in Memphis this weekend, and it is supposed to be the largest outdoor hunting and fishing in Middle Tennessee, or in Tennessee. It's going to be in Memphis at the Agri Center. That is this weekend. It's the same people that put on the last show. And matter of fact, if you did not come by the Middle Tennessee or the Tennessee Boat and Fishing Show, you missed us.
You did.
We had a great time.
It was a great show. It really was.
Have you ever shaken so many hands?
No, I hadn't. I got a case of the sore wrist, I believe. No, it was a great turnout. You know, there was lots of vendors there. Anything you could have been looking forward to there.
91 different manufacturers were there.
Yeah, a lot of different. You know, had a lot of different boats there, a lot of tackle there. And had a good time. Like you always say, it's kind of like a reunion, and that's how it was. I mean, everybody getting together and having a big time. So. Miss
Heimer, I want to give a shout out to Miss Heimer. Miss Heimer her husband, the one that invented po' boy lures, he passed away a couple of years ago, and we're sad to know about that. And of course, I've been close to the family, and the Heimers were there, Miss Heimer and baby girl, and all of them were there. Just had a great time seeing them once again, and it's always nice to see them. But if you're given a chance, give them a shout, buy a few things. I think that Miss Heimer wants to enjoy her last few years that she has. She wants to enjoy them and kind of kick back, not work so hard.
Yeah, I think
so I don't blame her.
That's what her plans are.
I don't blame her at all. But we did see a lot of new folks too this year.
There
a lot of new things going on out there. Man, did you see all the boats that were out there? Goodness.
You could just about, you know, go through there and get anything from a kayak to the biggest
anything you want to
boat you wanted.
And now Caney Fork, I was impressed with that dual pontoon kayak
that blue sky.
Fat boys like me can't fall off.
You know, that's a really nice boat. I mean, it's super stable. I did
said it right.
I did a show. It's a boat. I mean, it's a boat, and it'll get you just about anywhere you want to go to fish.
I swear, you can strap on 8.5.
And the way it maneuvers, I mean, it's almost like driving like a zero turn long. You know, it's almost like that kind of feel. But when I took it out that one day with Ryan, just the way it handled, I'd never been on one before, of course. And I mean, it was.
But it's nice to fish off.
A couple of minutes off, we went. Yeah, they're super nice.
Super nice. But
a lot of people were coming up to look at that.
And if you missed it, we're sorry you did. You catch us again next year. We'll be out there. But hey, let's introduce our guest to you tonight. We have with us tonight Addison Johnson. Addison, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it. I tell you what, I'm excited about the sound that you have. You've got one of those unique country music voices, and in day and time like this, that's getting a little harder and harder to find.
Yeah, I mean, I've just always kind of stuck to a more traditional style of country. That's what's always really resonated with me, and I love to write like that, and I love playing for those true country music fans as well.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. You can't get. I love George Jones. Always will. Always have. I mean, he was just the man to me. Merle Haggard, George Jones, Hank Jr., Hank Sr., I liked them all. And that kind of music, George Strait, Clint Black, all those guys have been great. Alan Jackson's a few, just to name a few. Close to Aaron Tippett. I like Aaron Tippett too. But that kind of music kind of going away.
Yeah, I know, and that's kind of something that myself and I think a lot of other artists are trying to bring back, is that you know, working man's music pretty much for the common person. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with the stuff that's on the radio these days, but you know, we all like to sit on a tailgate and sit by a bonfire, but that's just not reality for an everyday kind of thing. And I think, you know, writing about the different aspects of life and bringing that to, you know, the front point is something that I'm definitely trying to do.
Well, that's what you know, I'm not taking anything away from any of the artists because they're all good, and I do like to hear some of the modern stuff too, but every now and then just inject a little bit of that old time stuff. I like to hear it too.
I do too. I mean,
I grew up on it.
Yes.
You know, and Brandon did, and you know, there's nothing wrong with what's going on, but can we put some of the old back to it?
Yeah, and I think that's really kind of what's been fun for me, just as a new challenge, is how to do the old stuff a new way.
There you go.
You know, and put a fresh spin on it, put a modern spin on traditional country music. You know, people think that it's a dying art and that the people that are doing it's a dying breed, but you know, there's still a ton of great artists out there. You know, from anybody like Cody Johnson, who's exploding right now. The guy's been around for, you know, 10 years doing it and building his craft, and has always done the traditional country music thing, and so there's a market for it. It's just getting us there. So, well,
you know, guys that are coming out like Chris Stapleton, I mean, he's singing a lot of the older songs in a newer style, but everybody still loves him because it still sounds old. You
Absolutely.
know? And I like that. But he gives it he's got a unique voice that he can do that with. I mean, not everybody was blessed to have that kind of voice.
Sure.
But you know, it does capture everybody. But what I like about yours is and I went ahead and went on YouTube and found your stuff, and I just kept playing them and playing them, and I got my own personal favorites, of course, and I guess I do with everybody, but the way you sing it makes a difference, and I wanted to congratulate you that you kept it country.
Well, thank you. And you know, it's been really a learning process since I moved to town. I moved to town with about $100 in my pocket and didn't know a soul when I moved here, and it was a really big step for me. And at the same time, I was still trying to figure out like who I was going to be as an artist, because I moved to town to be a songwriter mostly. And you know, I kind of started pursuing some different avenues, and I just always came back to that traditional sound. And you know, but I wanted to find different and unique ways to write about things that people go through on a daily basis.
Tell you what, Addison, we got to take a break here in just a second, but we got to do our weekly forecast.
This week's weekly wild game forecast is being sponsored by Wilson Bank and Trust. They want you guys to know that this weekend, starting tomorrow from 4 to 8 and Saturday from 9 to 5, is their Home and Garden Expo there at the Wilson County Fairgrounds.
That's right.
So be sure to stop by and see them there and say hello. And depending on when you're there, you'll probably catch us in there walking around, or at least myself at some point in time.
There you go. There you go. Well, what do you got?
Well, I'll tell you, I got something here from the reason I got my phone, everybody knows the reason I got my phone out. I got a message here from Mr. Mark Travis. I was talking to him.
Yes.
And we were kind of looking for some different fishing reports. And he was letting me know. Now, of course, this was before it rained, whatever it did yesterday. But the water was starting to clear somewhat at that point in time. This was 3 days ago, ranging from 43 to 47 degrees. Those temperatures are near the main river channels, and shallow pockets have a few degrees higher temperatures, and that's from 3 or 4 days ago. Fish were 15 to 25 feet. But that's from Mark Travis, and we appreciate that from him. Just a little that's Percy Priest Lake, by the way, is what he's talking about. So we appreciate him giving us that. Other than that, just, in the hunting world, some small game stuff going on, and
I'm still seeing deer chasing.
Things like that. Deer chasing around.
They're still chasing.
Turkeys are grouped up.
Yeah, turkeys
in big flocks right now. Seen several of those today. But guys, we want you to come over and follow us on Facebook. We do a lot of different things on Facebook there for you guys to follow along with us. Several different giveaways. We did quite a few last week. So come over and join us there. And we'll be back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.